With the name of Allah, this is the fourth lecture in Management Accounting Principles for the third year Faculty of Commerce. In this lecture, I will continue how to prepare a budget for planning and control. We still discuss operating a budget. In the last lectures, we had studied sales budget, production budget, and manufacturing cost budget. In manufacturing cost budget, we had started by direct material budget, and now I will discuss direct labor budget. Direct labor budget, as a part of manufacturing cost budget, depends on an equation that is expected direct labor hours equal direct labor hours needed per unit of output times number of units of output. Number of units of output equal units to be produced that come from the production budget. After that, calculate the direct labor cost. Direct labor cost equal expected direct labor hours times wage rate. Example 5. Alex Manufacturing Institution produces two products A and B. Alex expected to sell 10,000 units of product B and to have an inventory of 2,000 units of B on hand at the end of the period. Currently, Alex has 800 units of B on hand. Product B requires two labor operations, molding and polishing. Molding mean make a shape. Polishing mean make this shape smooth and shiny. Each unit of product B requires 1 hour of molding and 2 hours of polishing. The direct labor rate for molding is $20 per molding hour, and the direct labor rate for polishing is $25 per polishing hour required. Prepare the direct labor budget for product B. The solution of example 5. Write the company name, Alex Company. Write the kind of budget. Here I will start by production budget for product B, not by the direct labor budget. Why? Because units to be produced are not given in the example, so I must calculate them using the production budget equation. Starting by sales units or expected units sold, 10,000 units are given in the example, plus required ending inventory, 2,000 units also are given in the example, equal units required 12,000 units, minus beginning inventory 800 units on hand, equal units to be produced 11,200 units. Now you can prepare the direct labor budget for product B using units to be produced 11,200 units. After that, you write labor operation, molding and polishing, direct labor per unit 1 hour for molding and 2 hours for polishing. For molding, units to be produced 11,200 units times direct labor hour per unit 1 hour equal expected direct labor hours 11,200 hours times the direct labor rate $20. This number is given in the example, equal the expected cost of direct labor for molding operation $224,000. The same as for polishing. Units to be produced 11,200 units times direct labor hours per unit 2 hours equal the expected direct labor hours 22,400 hours times direct labor rate $25 equal the expected cost of direct labor for polishing operation $560,000. $560,000 plus $224,000, the expected cost of direct labor for molding operation, equal total expected cost of direct labor for product B, $784,000. Return to operating budgets. The operating budgets include the budgets for sales budget, production budget, manufacturing cost budget, selling expenses budget, and general and administrative expenses budget. We had studied sales budget, production budget, in manufacturing cost budget, direct material and direct labor. Now we will take an example to learn how to prepare overhead cost budget. Overhead budget as a part of manufacturing cost budget depends on an equation that is total overhead cost equal variable plus fixed, variable overhead cost plus fixed overhead cost. In more details, total overhead cost equal variable overhead rate times activity level per chosen cost driver plus budgeted total fixed overhead cost. Take an example. Example 6. Alex Manufacturing Institution expects to produce and sell 6,000 units of product A. Its only product for $20 each. Variable manufacturing overhead is $3 per unit. Fixed manufacturing overhead is $24,000 in total required. Prepare the overhead budget for product A. The solution of example 6. Write the company name Alex Manufacturing Institution. Write the kind of budget, overhead budget for product A. Then draw a table consists of 2 columns, data and product A. Units to be produced 6,000 units times variable manufacturing overhead per unit $3 equal variable manufacturing overhead 6,000 times 3 equal $18,000 plus fixed manufacturing overhead $24,000 equal the total overhead cost $42,000. I will continue the other budget in the next lecture. Goodbye.